Good morning. My name is Nina Means, Director for Austin Community College Fashion Incubator, and we are here for another episode of Coffee Talk. So typically we record this live. Today we are not live. However, we look forward to going live again next week. So join me back here on Mondays at 10 a.m. for our live Coffee Talk. But today in this recorded session, we're going to be talking a little bit about what's been going on regarding the Austin Fashion Industry Survey. So if you recall earlier this year, probably through the late spring, you were seeing a lot of emails from the Fashion Incubator as well as the City of Austin Small Business Division to support the development of the survey. We haven't surveyed our fashion industry here in Austin since 2013. The data was reported on in 2015 and really saw that there was a need for the fashion industry to be bolstered. Not just by, businesses kind of hunkering down, but really policy and resources put in place by the city of Austin. So one of the things that the city really found valuable was creating a space for business development and incubation, specifically with the ACC Fashion Incubator. So they created a partnership between the city of Austin, ACC, and Gerber Technology to bring a unique experience to the grassroots development of our local fashion industry. Now, for those of you who've been here, you guys have been here for years. You're saying, hey, Austin's already had a fashion industry. We are alive and well. We're doing great out here. Some of us are seeing $1 million businesses. Some of us are seeing, $750,000 businesses, $500,000 businesses. We are out here and we are building business here. So thank you for discovering that we've been working hard, but it's not new. I want to, second that. There was $86 million worth of industry in fashion here in Austin as of 2013. So imagine how much more that's grown since then. Austin's growing by leaps and bounds, and we're seeing so many people relocating to the area. So for some reason, this Austin Fashion Industry Survey missed you, it passed you by. I would love to get a chance to get that survey into your hands because we want to make sure that all of our voices are heard as we're creating additional resources and really bolstering the local fashion industry. You will see that the survey itself is broken up into 4 primary areas, but it's not completely inclusive of every single component of what we have available. So we really need you to speak up and to say if for some reason you don't see yourself represented in the questions. The areas that we primarily focused on were designers, retailers, manufacturers, and marketing and promotion. And so those areas got some special attention because we've seen a lot more development. Most people are identifying in those groups, whether you're freelance or otherwise. Even academia, if you're a student and you're working on becoming a designer, if you're a student and you're working on becoming a fashion marketer, promoter, or merchandiser, these are different things that you may find, selecting into the retailer space or selecting into the designer space, or if you just love to create product and you're, a special, especially adept at pattern making, that you'd be kind of working more in the manufacturing space, that your skills would roll up into those needs and those areas on the survey. However, one of the things that we saw was that there were a lot of people who fell into something called our other category. And so that's something where we would really want to understand a lot more about what's happening in our business. We saw that there were a lot of businesses who had been around for over 6 years, most of them, in fact. And then we also had found that, there were some businesses that were, probably moving along kind of in these side hustle, right? They're being developed on the side of full-time work or on the side of other responsibilities. And so we're seeing some shift in more investment in entrepreneurship, especially during the pandemic, where people are really trying to drive individual value beyond what they're doing within the scopes of their 9-to-5 job. Some people are replacing those jobs altogether. So what we want to do is to find ways to support you as you're creating these unique experiences, leveraging your skills, freelancing your skills, understanding how to bring those into business and how to connect with other people who need what you do. We help designers really understand how to build profitable collections and how to turn that collection over and over each delivery. So not just making one group of styles, but making styles each season and being ready financially as well as creatively to make that happen. So we're really excited about what the Austin Fashion Industry Survey will illuminate. We're going to hold the bag a little bit, on some of the details of what we're seeing so far. However, I will tell you that what's next is going to be a round of focus groups. And so focus groups are really key. We are going to be designing a batch of focus group questions that are kind of really leaning into various aspects of our, I would say, facets of our fashion industry that allow us to dig a little bit deeper into what's happening specifically in the retail space, what's specifically happening in the designer space, what's specifically happening in the manufacturing space, academia, and really getting our hands around not just what the numbers are saying, but what are those key drivers of behavior that are helping us to really meet the local needs. And so it's important for us to understand that much more in detail. And so if you're interested in participating in that, say by chance that first survey passed you by and you want to make sure that your voice is heard, we would love for you to come and help us build this fashion industry. We're not going to be able to do it by ourselves, and we need your help. So if you're interested, send us a quick email at fashion.incubator@austincc.edu and put in the subject line Austin Fashion Industry Survey Focus Group. Okay, so you can just put survey focus group for short. We'll know what you're talking about, but know that you're raising your hand to participate in the Austin Fashion Industry Survey Focus Group. And let us know which part you're representing. Are you in marketing and promotions? Are you a retailer? Are you a designer or a would-be designer? Are you a student? And what are you studying? Or do you fit into the manufacturing category? So we'd definitely love to be able to connect with you, meet with you, and find out more about what your needs are here in Austin for fashion. So guys, this is how we're going to end up our coffee talk for today, but I really enjoyed connecting with you early in the week. Again, this is a recording and not live, so I won't be able to answer any questions about the fashion industry survey this time, but we will come back and we'll get a chance to have a conversation live the next time around. So have a great week and we will see you soon.